To better understand how far this county has come in fire and emergency services, we have to go back over 40 years when the Board of Supervisors contracted with the California Department of Forestry for the entire unincorporated area. That all changed in the mid-70s when the Board of Supervisors terminated that contract. And what we ended up with was a vast array of levels of service, volunteer fire departments, some fire districts, a great disparity in funding and services. Now let's speed up to the 2003 Cedar Fire. In this last 7 years, this Board of Supervisors has basically transformed the way we provide fire and emergency medical services. We have brought together the agencies in the unincorporated area under the auspices of the San Diego County Fire Authority. What does it mean to the citizens of this county? In our backcountry area now, we have 55 stations, 540 volunteers working side by side with 400 CAL FIRE employees. The bottom line, we have faster response times to medical emergencies, which is most of what a fire department does, and faster response times to putting out those fires. After all, our goal is to get those fires out while they're small, under 10 acres in size, so they do not become another Cedar Fire or what we experienced in 2007.
1.5 million acres in the unincorporated area, spread almost entirely throughout the county's backcountry, all of it in need of fire protection. That level of protection is now better than ever, bolstered by the expanded partnership between the San Diego County Fire Authority and CAL FIRE, with the goal of providing around-the-clock protection in the unincorporated communities through the support of 15 rural fire agencies in those areas. Based on the recommendations of an extensive fire deployment study commissioned by the County Board of Supervisors, CAL FIRE San Diego Unit Chief now has an expanded role, serving as the San Diego County Regional Fire Authority Chief, responsible for operational control and leadership of the Fire Authority.
And it really helps to solidify us as one agency so that the standards of service can be better developed, and the training that we provide overall for all of our community volunteers and all of those that work out in the hard-to-serve unincorporated areas of the county can do the job safer.
The county contracts with CAL FIRE to provide comprehensive training to rural firefighters to standardize operations, with more than 600 firefighters trained since 2008 and about 170 this year. More trained firefighters means improved ability to provide staff, especially during peak wildfire potential, at the 24 county fire stations, with additional coverage at CAL FIRE's 18 state-funded stations and its cooperative contracts with another 13 stations.
So in addition to the community-based volunteers that were already there, having the stipend staffing and having some other career-based personnel blended into this has allowed for enhancing in some of the areas where we had coverage gaps to better solidify those coverage gaps today.
The agreement also means better equipment and stations. Last year, the County Fire Authority received funds to order 6 new water tenders and 2 new fire engines.
We've purchased over 450 sets of wildland and structural clothing to keep them safe out there, that replaces their old, aging, worn-out equipment. We've also bought radios for safety, both the radios that go on the fire apparatus, as well as radios that are handheld out on the fire lines.
The community is getting consistency. It's getting stations that are manned, consistent training and competent training, and one engine and another engine are compatible with their gear.
CAL FIRE and the county also share resources to fight fires from the air. The San Diego Sheriff's Department and CAL FIRE have a cooperative helicopter program, one of the few interagency relationships in the United States that brings law enforcement and the fire service together, and a cost-effective way to share equipment, staff, and facilities. Through this program, staff battled more than 300 wildfires and executed 48 aerial rescues, including a dramatic rescue during the El Monte fire, when sheriff's deputies pulled 2 hikers from a rugged hillside in Lakeside as flames raced toward them.
Our law resources from the Sheriff's Department, our aerial law resources, were able to integrate right into the fire air attack and rescue the 2 rock climbers off the face of the mountain who, it's been said just a couple years ago, without this program and without the cooperation and the training and the structure that's been put in place, these 2 climbers would have obviously perished from that fire.
Additional air resources include local agreements to access military aircraft during a disaster that meet certain criteria.
We have these fantastic operating agreements with Navy and Marine Corps resources, whether aviation resources or ground-based resources, that we can immediately access in a very short period of time when we need to it. And that's unique to San Diego County.
CAL FIRE and the county also have a call when needed plan, providing access to on-call firefighting aircraft that would be put into position when a severe Santa Ana wind event is predicted, and a cooperative agreement with San Diego Gas and Electric's helicopter. Another key element in protection is preventing fires through community outreach and training, conducting more than 13,000 defensible space inspections this year to clear brush and trees dangerously close to their homes. CAL FIRE and the county are also reaching thousands of residents through the web and social media, and the numbers are growing every day, giving us new ways to provide preparedness, safety information, and updates during fires and other emergencies. All of these advances are done in partnership with one goal in mind: the safety of those we serve, the residents of San Diego County.